So, good morning, everybody. Hope everyone had a great week. Looking forward to Shabbos. Hope everyone's doing well. So this week's parsha, one of those interesting parshas. We really only have the Yitzchak. He's kind of the forefront. This parsha is not three of us, the one that gets less action. I don't know, less props, whatever you want to call it, is Yitzchak, and very misunderstood situation. I was once in Atlanta. There was a big commotion because one of the rabbis said that of us were dysfunctional families. This one didn't talk to this one. This one hated this one. This one had heart. So really, a lot of negative things people had to say, and the rabbis were talking about this rabbi. It was like the whole thing going on there. But be as it may, it's pretty pashut that Yitzchak was fooled, or he didn't know. He really had high hopes for Aisav, and the brachos go to the wrong brother. And the Farshim will talk about what situation took place. I'd like to kind of just mention it for a few minutes. A really interesting approach from the Sefer Shalom. That Yitzchak had high hopes for Aisav, and lechatchila he actually really meant good things for him. Of course, when Yaakov walks in and he then realizes that, I really made a big mistake here, but he gives the brachos to Yaakov, we know, and Aisav walks in there, and this the realization that the wrong one happened. That wasn't the moment for him. The moment was when Aisav comes in there and he recognizes that, oh my gosh, he feels Gehenna. He really feels when this guy walks into the room that, wow, all these years I had the wrong one, and he changes really the approach to the brachos. When he really thinks it's Aisav, Yitain, Telcha Kim, Shmaim Aretz, great things, Gashmias brachos, all that gives to Yaakov. He doesn't know that at the time. Then when Aisav walks in and he wants to be blessed, he gives him the Aretz Yi Moshevecha. And why not give, I wanted you to have this. It went to Yaakov. Let me give you the brachos I was supposed to give you. He changes things around. And Sefer Shalom also talks about there's a lot of interesting pieces that, don't fit in really great. Instead of saying, kach na, as telicha, kashtecha, take your sword, your shields, and go hunting, he says, sana, raise up, pick up your sword, pick up your shield, go to the field, capture this, and why son up, pick up your stuff. Obviously you got to pick it up, take it. And also, he's telling Aisav, go hunt for the animals in the field, bring me and we'll have it. The last person in the world who needed to be told how to find animals was Aisav. Farshim talk about that the begadim that Adam had, that Nimrod had, Aisav had. So Aisav was a great hunter. We know that the stories before, Aisav would kill people, animals. Didn't have to be told by Yitzchak, you know what? Oh, really? Go kill animals in the field. Oh, yeah, I didn't know. I was going to go, in the airport or something to find animals. Oh, the field. Thanks, Dad. What's Yitzchak going? What's taking place here? So this Sefer Shalom really has an approach where he knows Aisav wasn't the tzaddik. He knows he wasn't the one learning Torah all day. Yaakov was that, Yosh V'Halim. So Yitzchak knew exactly who he's talking to, Aisav. And the purpose of all this was to take his tafkid, take his talents, and raise that. Yaakov, learning Torah, doesn't need a bracha. Yaakov is doing his thing, learning Torah, and that's fantastic. Aisav was the one who could be involved in really taking on fixing the world. We know the famous Gemara that Rabbi Shmuel Shem Baichai, people try to learn Torah all day, they weren't successful. And people had to now work, and they were successful. What's going on here? Not everyone does it. Not everyone could do it. Not everyone should do it, to learn Torah all day. Some people have talents that lie elsewhere, but that's fine, because that's fixing the world. Now, Ramchal says, our job is to create that this world should be a place Hashem wants to live, and that's fixing the world. It's not just learning Torah, or it's not learning Torah at all, really. It's really creating a place where everyone's recognizes Hashem and does the mitzvos and turns this world into a place of Kedusha. And it doesn't always mean learning Torah and learning Gemara all day. It actually is not that. Siva Shalom says, your talents, whatever they are, that could be turned into Kedusha. And Yitzchak knows that of Aisav. He's a hunter. He's a killer. Pretty bad dude. But you know something? You could take these talents. You have a sword. You have a shield. You have traps. You can actually turn this into something positive, something kadosh. And Yitzchak doesn't say take animals from the backyard, because Yitzchak was very wealthy. He had millions of animals. He had really no need to send him to go trapping animals. But he tells Aisav, listen, your tafkid is to hunt. You're a hunter. And you know something? Go do that. Take that action. Take that job that you have and bring it for Kedusha. Because not all the time do you have to kill things and make it chol. You can actually kill things and raise the Kedusha. We have Karbanos. And that was the game plan. The game plan, whether it was Pesach that day, Karbanos, listen, I want to give you the brachos. You start the process. You should take your talents and pick it up. Literally lift your talents to a higher level. And that's the game plan. That's the game plan. Don't take anything that was already there. Go out, take your stuff, and go actively trap and find animals, and we'll have a carbon, and I'll give you the brachos. So the game plan really was to take Asav's talents and raise it to a higher level. Afterwards, when Yitzchak gets this feeling of Gehenna, like, oh my gosh, this is what a mistake this was. It's a good thing I gave it to Yaakov. Aretz yi moshevecha. Yeah, I see that the shefa is not going to come from Hashem. It's going to come from the ground, the klipa, the dark side of the force. And Edom is not going to be a great helper of the Jews. Edom is not going to be a protector of the Jews. Edom is going to be things that are opposite the Jews. And the Siva Shalom says, which is really fascinating, is the game plan of Yitzchak when he says, Yishtach l'cha b'nei achicha, your brother will bow down to you. And the question, what does that do? Anything? What is that? What's the context of that? You want to give brachos to Aisav? You'll be wealthy, you'll have stuff, you'll have your land, shalom. What's the purpose of saying your brothers will bow down to you? And Yitzchak, the Siva Shalom says, which is kind of a big chiddush, Yitzchak says, there's a gzera the Jews should be in Gullus, but better for them to be Gullus through Aisav, because Aisav will have Rahmanas on the Jewish people. So the Jews have to leave Eretz Yisrael, let them go to Gullus to Rome, let them go to Gullus to Italy, which was Edom and Rome. And unfortunately, that's not what takes place. Jewish people are basically just destroyed by Rome, and they're harsher on the Jews than anybody else. So it doesn't work out either. And that's the purpose. Unfortunately, started out as good intentions. It started out, Yitzchak says, we can take the levels of Aisav and raise it. Unfortunately, not going to happen, and it doesn't happen. And that's kind of really what the Siva Shalom says. And he kind of turns it, again, like we have their same refrain, like we say the past few weeks, it's not just a story in the book. This is for everybody. And Siva Shalom says, every matzav, everyone has the ability to take their talents and turn it into something kadosh. Hashem didn't put things in the world that are bad. Hashem didn't put things in the world to put us away from Him. These are all opportunities. We have at work, sometimes people say these corny things, oh, they're not problems, they're opportunities. And you're thinking, no, it's a problem. But the Siva Shalom says, no, these are opportunities. Hashem doesn't create things in the world that are bad. So if you perceive something that is a challenge and disruptive or negative, then it's up to you to kind of find the way to turn it into something good. Internet, WhatsApp, whatever it is, we turn it into something good. Someone likes to talk, someone likes to be the center of attention, let them say weekly bar, nothing. Someone has anger issues or temper issues, you know what? Go to LinkedIn and take your anger out on these people that are posting these horrible things and start to spread Jewish, videos and things like that. Turn anger into something that's positive for Eretz Yisrael. you're on the internet a lot, you know what? Or podcast. There's Jewish podcasts. You like history. There's a lot of things out there, or many things out there, and each person's different. Siva Shalom says all the time. Every person's different. Every matzav is different. Every day is different. Someday you have one talent that's needed. The next day another talent that's needed, and that's kind of really what the Siva Shalom talks about with the brachos. Originally, the game plan. Yitzchak believes he doesn't think Aisav is a tzaddik. He thinks Aisav has talents that could be raised like everybody. Unfortunately, that doesn't take place, and the rest is history. But that's kind of really on us. On us is to really find our talents, turn it into something positive. There's tahara, then there's kedusha. Siva Shalom says tahara is just the absence of tamei things, so things are tahar, but kedusha is flipping around. Kedusha is taking what's mundane and actually raising it to a high level. And that's kind of what Siva Shalom kind of talks about. Shabbat Shalom from H.